Kent, you have been presenting here at the same venue here in Amsterdam a year ago. Also about the same topic. Then it was more future orientated. Today you had a more practical talk on the ZR400, the 400 ZR, and what does it mean for you? So for the people just tuned in and missed your breakout session, what is the 400 ZR?
Yeah, that's a good question. So
it's an optical switch, of course, but
about 400 ZR is what people refer to in general when they talk about the new different standards around the optics for coherent 400 gig. There are actually a couple of different standards that are behind those. The OEF-based 400 ZR standard, Open ZR Plus standard, and the Open ROADM standard. They are used for slightly different use cases, but I mean, they have the same kind of engine behind it on the optical side with the ambition to have an optical interconnect. So they have the same or standardized optical interfaces. So you should be able to use one vendor on one side and another vendor on the other side, on the optical side. And I personally think that for the DCI interconnect, this will completely change the way that the big DCI interconnects will build their networks. So in the past, they have typically used a transponder, a muxponder to get the line performance and the line capacity that they need. I think with the introduction of the 400 ZR, they will definitely go over to an embedded approach where they will run the optics directly into their switching routers to allow for, lower cost and a better performance and so on. Will that happen in the, if I call it more traditional ROADM-based networks? I think to a certain degree, I think that will happen. For many of the operators that are looking at building new greenfield type of networks, either with or without ROADMs, the 400 ZR technology used directly into the switching router makes a lot of sense. However, if you already have a network, a ROADM-based network, and you want to run the new technologies over that, it will be more challenging because then you probably need to go with more of a transponder and muxponder-based solution where you use the Open ROADM capable optics, so you get the higher transmit power to basically fit into an existing network already. So I think that was a summary of what I think it's going to mean for you. It's going to make a big difference and impact of data center interconnect. It will probably generate new ways of building metro networks, especially if you're building with a disaggregated open line system on the operator space as well. But there will be a need for using more conventional transport technologies with transponders and so on when that makes sense, and to use them in already existing deployments. So that was a 3-4 minutes summary of the topic that I went through earlier.
Yes. Your talk was pre-recorded, but were there any comments in the chat you were about?
I don't know.
Okay.
I didn't see.
Very clear on that. Well, we're here at more AP with the Amsterdam Internet Exchange. I can expect that for most of the carriers and the transit parties, this is a very important standard they need to inherit in order to get things faster. But what does it mean for the Amsterdam Internet Exchange?
We have actually already been selling 400 ZR to other internet exchanges. I would be very surprised if the large internet exchanges today, like AMS-IX, are not seriously looking into this and how they can embrace this technology. And depending a little bit on what topology they are using, it could be an extremely good fit to many of the new build outs, because the 400 gig demand will definitely be there going forward.
In the introduction talk with Peter, our CEO, he talked about digital transformation of the AMS-IX, and he said, well, growth and do things more stable are the most likely things Amsterdam Internet Exchange does, but also more innovation. So where does this fit? Does this fit in innovation, or does the 400 ZR more fit into the growth strategy?
I would say it definitely fits into the growth strategy, but depending on how the the philosophy around building next generation networks look like, it could very well be the innovation as well. So this fits very well and goes hand in hand with the entire SDN topic that's been heavily discussed over the last year, where they operators and internet exchanges started to use disaggregated line systems and control and operate those through an SDN controller and have an overlaid orchestrator that correlate alarms and so on. And that is very much the innovation part of how to operate and run the networks. With the intention and ambition to make the total cost of ownership significantly lower and make it easier to run and operate a network once it's all in place.
Yes. Okay. You sit at home in Sweden. You can't see the chat currently, but I do. And you already have a fan. Joris Klaas is saying the 400ZR is already shaking up the metro area. It's a great fit for internet IXPs as well.
Yeah,
I guess you would agree, wouldn't you?
I would definitely agree. Yeah, and I mean, I think that's one of the first type of networks that they get hit by it. If their customer wants to connect on 400 gig, of course the internet exchanges need to step up and provide that as well. So absolutely, it's going to be one of the early adapter type of sections of the network that will go over to the 400ZR, I would believe, at least the major internet exchanges.
Yes. Well, I assume they will. The theme of this conference is collaboration. It's not competition, yeah. So I think they will follow suit. Any final words you want to leave the viewers with?
I want to thank you for the opportunity to talk to you all, and I hope you enjoy the rest of the day and the day tomorrow. And I mean, we are excited about what's happening here on the market now around 400ZR. And if you want to know more, please don't hesitate, reach out to us, and then we can take it from there.
Okay, well, please join us tomorrow again at the technical session as a viewer, and hopefully next year we can welcome you again here in Amsterdam. Thank you very much. Kent Lindström.
Thanks a lot.